Hey guys,
Welcome back to our channel.
Plots with a Twist,
We discuss books.
amongst other things, and yeah, we a little delayed. Not that much, but we are doing our wrap up for August and what we're reading for September. So we got lots to talk about. Grab your drinks, grab your popcorn, grab your snacks, whatever, and let's get into it. Whew. So how many books you read? Cause she been bragging. She been bragging.
1, 2, 3,
Are we
4,
cute
5.
today? Prosecco.
I think I read 5 books. Did I read The Golden Couple? Did I mention that last?
You did, but did you read it?
I think I mentioned it as a thing.
TBR.
Yeah. So yeah, I read 5 books this month. So I'm so excited because y'all, I'm like already over my yearly goal, which is crazy because last year I did really, really bad. So I think I just aimed low, and now I'm getting there. So
I'm on track, but I'm behind her.
That's crazy.
That can't happen. I mean, it can, because Asia used to read more than me, but we switched. We flip
Then
flop.
we switched, and now we switched again.
Okay. Well, you start.
Okay, so what do I want to start with? Okay, let's just talk about The Golden Couple. So that is the book by Greer, Hendricks, and Sarah Pekkanen.
Mm-hmm.
We read something else by them. I always forget what is the one.
The Wife Between Us.
Okay, yeah. So this book follows a therapist who is tasked to like help this couple get through their marital problems. Like that's what she does. She's actually she's a therapist who lost her license, so now she does like unconventional methods to like help people get through their problems. She meets this couple named Matthew and Marissa, and they are going through some things, and it just turns out to be like they seem like the perfect couple, but of course they have their marital problems and things are just not what they seem, and the therapist gets mixed up in this couple's like whole tumultuous stuff that they got going on. So if you can kind of catch my drift. But yeah, The Golden Couple was cute. I feel like it's a book that we've read before. I want to compare it to something else, but I really can't think of it. But it was a good fast read. Kind of had like a mystery element to it, and also had a lot of different characters where you kind of wanted to see like, well, what's their deal, what they got going on, why are they doing this, why are they doing that. So and I did like that at the end of it all you kind of got everything came full circle, like everything was solved at the end. So I enjoyed it. It was a cute read, nothing to rag home about, but it was good.
I might check it out. Let's see.
I think you would enjoy it for the most part.
I didn't enjoy one of the books I read by them.
Really?
Anonymous. What was it? Was it Anonymous Girl? No one something. I don't know what it was, but anyway. All right. Well, my book I read, first book, get off my nose.
Yeah,
so she was begging me to read this book, even though I feel like I introduced her to Colleen Hoover.
You did, but I just didn't realize it was the same person.
Okay. Well, I read It Ends With Us. She told me to go ahead and read that one. So I went ahead and pressed play on it on Scribe, whatever it is. So just to kind of sum it up, I feel like y'all know what this book is about because it's everywhere. I saw it at the airport. I saw it beach poolside. I went to Miami and I saw it poolside. I saw it everywhere, and I'm like my coworker was like, "Don't you read? Did you read that viral book?" And I was like, "What viral book?" That's the book they was talking about. So Lily is a aspiring florist. She lives in Boston. You got Ryle. What are these names? You got Ryle. No offense if these are your names, but these are very These are very romance novel names. He's a neurosurgeon.
Yeah.
And he's at the peak of his career. He's about to begin his like trajectory of his career. He's into his residency, and one night they have a chance encounter and kind of define their relationship on being like brutally honest with each other. So Lily is coming off of her father's funeral. Her father was an abusive man, and kind of expresses that to Ryle. Ryle is like, I don't do relationships, but in that, Ryle ends up just really taking a liking to Lily, and they strike up a test run that kind of continues. But Lily holds a old flame for her kind of high school young love sweetheart Atlas, who kind of is her inspiration for moving to Boston and everything like that. And they run into each other, and just things start to happen that causes, a rift between Lily and Rao. And so it just goes into just overall their relationship, just the impact of things that are going on, and ultimately you see, where this love story goes. And so what did I like? I enjoyed the progression of the events in the story. I like that she built up each character before she got into the nitty-gritty of their relationship, so you kind of understood who they were a little bit. I like the title. I thought the title had a cute little meaning. Not gonna spoil that for y'all. But what I didn't like, I'll just keep it brief just so I don't talk about this book all day. And if y'all want to review, let us know. But even though she talks about a touchy subject throughout the book, she related it to her personal experience. I wished it was a little bit deeper. I felt like she didn't go there like she could have. So I wasn't as emotionally stirred as I could have been. Like, I think of books like Dominicana. Y'all read this book, I feel like. I'm thinking of books of Dominicana. I'm thinking of books like Clap When You Land, because she used very simple language, but it's like, it wasn't like, so I felt like it wasn't emotionally pulling, because I felt like for her it was too personal. Maybe she didn't want to go there. So I felt like that was kind of lacking for me. I wasn't pulled in emotionally like I would like to be. It didn't quite dive in for me, but that's my thoughts.
I just hated that. Was that the book where she kept saying, like, I know he can't lie to me, he can never lie to me, or something like that?
If she said naked truth.
Yeah. Like he can't lie. Like, girl, everybody lies, so please.
No, I don't think it's that one. Is it?
It Ends With Us? It might have been Ugly
No,
Love.
it was you thinking of It Never Mirrors, She's Black.
No. Oh, maybe that was it. I'm reading too many books at the
right.
Okay, so since we're on that. Okay, so next book I read was In Every Mirror She's Black. Finally got that available by Lola Akinmade Ákerström.
Look at you.
And Krista already talked about this book last month, or in our last wrap up. But if you remember, it follows like three women and their experiences in, is it Sweden? They all end up in Sweden, coming from different parts of the world, and they end up in Sweden and living their lives as black women. The one character, she moves there for a job. She is approached by a company and moves there for a job because she's just like I don't know if she's not feeling appreciated at her current job, or she just feels like she needs to grow in her career, and her love life is kind of stagnant, so she's just looking for a fresh change. And then the other character, she's a flight attendant who's in a relationship, but girl, she basically is pulled in by this he's like a media mogul or something, like somebody really important in Sweden, like he's that guy, and he only dates like black models and stuff for a specific reason. But basically she moves out there and begins a life with him, and then it follows another character who is out there. I think she's a refugee from another country, and it follows her experience there, and they're kind of all connected in a way, but I won't give that away if you guys haven't read the book. And it was cool. I enjoyed the book. I did like it. But me and Kristen were discussing that we just felt like something was missing, and the way that the three characters were connected, the three black women that it follows, I feel like the connection wasn't, something was missing in how they were supposed to be connected. I didn't feel like it, not that it was genuine, and that's not the word I'm looking for, but it just was like something was missing. Like, I just feel like, I don't know. Like, I wanted to like this book a lot more than I actually did. And I don't know, it was just missing something. I feel like it missed the mark somewhere on something. Being that it dealt with like a lot of issues that were like, you know, really deep and just a lot. So, but I did like the fact that it explored, like, the author gave like a note about autism, because one of the characters is on the spectrum, but they don't really like name it for that, but you can just kind of tell. And then what else I liked? I did like, I don't know, I like the main character. What was her name? The woman who,
Cammy?
Yeah. So I did like her character. I felt like she was the most, like, of course, relatable for me, because other girl, like, I've never been in a situation to have to run away from home or leave my home country, and I've never had no millionaire mogul want to fly me out and just take a liking to me and want to, so I feel like Kimmy was the most relatable in the story, and I just really enjoyed her character overall. So yeah, it was cool. I enjoyed it. I just wanted a little bit more from the book. I don't know what, but I just wanted something more. Yeah. So
okay. So next book I read for the month would be Memphis by Tara M. Stringfellow. So that was a book I just saw everywhere. I just did. And so I put it on hold, finally got it from the library, and dived in. So it centers around these women in the North family. That's their last name. And they have their roots in like North Memphis, coincidentally. So the story kind of starts with Joan. She's 10 years old. And she's on pretty much her mom and her younger sister and her dog leave a volatile situation with their father, where trigger warning, her mother experienced some domestic abuse, and kind of reach her wits end and return to her ancestral home or her maternal home. I don't know what you want to call it, but return to her childhood home in Memphis, where her sister still resides. And it's immediately apparent that something happened between her sister's son, I can't remember his name, Derek, I think, and Joan, when Joan was a young child, but Joan doesn't quite understand it. So that's kind of interesting as it unfolds throughout the story. But then it shifts focus between Mira, I think that's her nickname, Miriam, Joan's mother, as well as her aunt August, and it even goes back to her grandma Hazel. So they all have experienced just various traumas in their life. It kind of goes into just the bond of family, sisterhood, culture. It discusses a lot of things, but really it just kind of centers around them as they kind of overcome different trials and tribulations in their lives and how they kind of find their way out in the end. So I just enjoyed the overall story. I thought the telling of just various events, because I guess it was technically a historical fiction. I thought the telling of various events throughout history through the eyes and lens of these women were great, because it kind of made you feel like you was going through these things with them, but the moment wasn't focusing on those moments in history. It was focusing on just what they were going through at that time. And I like just a lot of the elements that were incorporated in the story, and I just liked kind of how it flowed, but not really. So that's like and dislike, because the reason I say is I dislike, it was a little disjointed, because it would jump periods of time like back and forth, but not on a way you would really be able to follow, as well as it jumped perspectives with those periods of time. So it jumped, for instance, August, her aunt, it would be 1978, then it jumped to 2001, then it jumped to 1968, but these aren't like consecutive chapters. These were like, this chapter was here, and then it jumped like 5 chapters later to her in 1978 or something like that. So hope that made sense, but it just jumps around a lot, so it can be a little challenging to follow. You have to kind of recall what was going on with that person or whatnot. Other than that, I didn't understand the point of the story. Like, I enjoyed following their journeys, but once it got to the end, it was like, what was the climax? What were they trying to solve for? I don't know. Maybe it was just one of those stories to just like understand women's journeys. I don't know, but I just didn't understand the point of the story. Like, I don't understand the overall theme of what the author was trying to achieve. So it was her debut, so I would definitely check out a future book. But for me, I just was like,
story didn't really take
it took me, but it was like, okay, what conflict
What
are we
was
trying
the
to
purpose?
resolve? Like, what was the purpose? Other than that, I think there's a parent event that happens from Joan's childhood that causes a rift between the family and something. Without spoiling what that is, I just wish a different catalyst was picked for me personally.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can have the same results of causing a rift in a family without what was discussed, and if you read it, you know what I'm talking about. But that was pretty much it. But overall, it was a solid read.
Okay. I'm still waiting on that one. Okay, so next on my list is a book that I just enjoyed so much, and that is Honey and Spice by Bolu Babalola.
But look at you.
I know I sound out words really good when I have the time to take. But yeah, so Honey and Spice. Okay, so it's a little romance, but it follows Kiki Banjo and Malachi. Is that how you say it? Yeah, Malachi, I think his last name. But they are college students in they're in London, so they're like British black people.
Mm-hmm.
And they're in college on campus, and basically Kiki, she runs a she has like a podcast or like a radio show. I don't think it's a podcast, but like a radio show on campus where she gives out advice to all the young ladies on campus, and she's like known to be like not in relationships. She just don't have time for that, whatever. And she basically ends up in a fake relationship with this boy named Malachi, who she has warned all the girls on campus to stay away from him because he's a waste man. Like, he just is no good, none of this, none of that. So, but they find themselves in this fake relationship as a plan for her to get into this internship program. And then for him, I forget what was the thing that made him want to be in a relationship. Yeah. But I'm trying to look at this now. So yeah, it was really, really cute, you guys. It's a romance. It's about, and it just goes into, their relationship starts off as fake, and then it goes into something else, and it just has all these moments of just like, oh my god, that is so cute. Like, I just want to be in young love again. Like, that's really what the book made me feel like. Like, there's something about being young and in love. When you get older and you fall in love, it's not the same. Like, you can still be in love,
it's practical,
but it's not. Yeah, it's very much like, okay, like, what are we doing here?
Right.
But when you're young and in love, it just is. It hits different. So, and it was just so cute. The writing was amazing. I just felt like she had so many like references, but it wasn't like cheesy, and it just flowed. You know how I always say, like, the Gilmore Girls, I didn't like it because nobody talks like that in real life. Mm-hmm. Her writing is kind of like that, but it flows in the sense of you can see people talking like that because she just does it so well. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah,
she made you believe.
Yeah, she made you believe that, like, it really, like, or at least like Kiki talks like that, like her, because it's mainly from her perspective. And I don't know, the writing's just superb. I just really, really enjoyed it. It is all the feels. So yeah, that was Honey and Spice. I'm gonna say Sugar and Spice. Honey and Spice. Sugar and Spice.
All right, next book I read was Love Radio. Speaking of young, cute love.
Mm-hmm. I read this too.
By Ebony, LaDelle. Yes, Asia read it as well. So boom, Danielle, she is a high school senior with hopes and dreams of becoming a writer someday. And she like fangirls over the greats, like, you know, the Toni Morrisons, the Alice Walkers. You know, she's really kind of in tune with I don't want to say old school, but, you know, kind of literature. Also, the story focuses on Prince. He's also a high school senior. He has a little radio gig where he does like a Love Jones kind of segment where he gives love advice but also plays music, and he's actually really good at the love advice even though he's a high school senior, which I don't buy, but whatever. But he's been crushing on Danielle for some time, and again, they have a chance, an encounter in the library, and things start off kind of shaky, but from there, he's really adamant about kind of just showing her he has good intentions and really wants to take her out and be with her, and ultimately goes on to kind of woo her and you know, strike up a little something. But Danielle is grappling with just some traumatic events that happened to her that caused her to withdraw socially, and just questioning whether she even wants to be involved with anyone, and she really wants to be focused on, again, trying to become a writer, go to New York City, live her dreams. So I thought the book was cute. It was so cute. It was so cute. It was really cute. And it was like a cliche story, but really well written, really well told. And for instance, for Prince to be a high school senior providing advice, like, he gave some good advice. I was like, okay, let me study this book, because I might need to come back to this. So I really enjoyed the young adult romance element of it. Tried to age me a bit because they was making a lot of 90s movies references, all that. How dare you? But it was cute. Other than that, the thing that I needed from this book, above all else, an epilogue. I wanted to know, unless she plans on doing another one or something like that, I need an epilogue. I want to know what happened with them. Like, what's going on? That was the only thing that was missing for me. I know an epilogue isn't always necessary, but I needed one for this book. I needed one. So that was it. But overall, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was really cute. I really like that. Yeah, both in Honey and Spice and in this book, I just like young people getting together, young black kids, and it's just like without like trauma and like all this other stuff going on. It's just like wholesome. Even though
it was trauma,
a little bit, but it wasn't like off the wall.
I kind of wish she would have went there with it a little bit more, but I get it. You know, that's kind of would have taken the book a different route.
Okay, so the last book that I read for this month is a favorite, and y'all know we're probably gonna do a book review because that's just what we do with his books. If Kristen ends up liking it enough, maybe, and if she doesn't like it, we definitely have to do a book review because then that'd be real like spicy. So, and that is Blake Crouch's Upgrade. It came available, and I got to read it, and it was just all the things. Okay, so Upgrade follows, what's this man's name?
Logan. For the life of me, I had to remember his name too. I was like, and then they started saying it a little bit more regularly, and I was like, oh, okay.
So Logan Ramsey is so this follows Logan Ramsey in a time where after the world is like going through something. It's not the end of the world, but it's definitely like the world is facing extinction because of his something that his mom did in the past. His mom was like a famous scientist. Y'all know Blake Crouch gonna give you some science. Geneticist. That's what it is. Okay, she was a famous geneticist, and like she had a project thing that went wrong and basically caused like a lot of people to die. So now it follows Logan, who is a police officer in this afterworld thing. He's a police officer who is called, he's following this one person who's like, I think they're like,
girl, do you even remember?
I remember
a genetic police officer.
Yeah, but he's following this man who, they captured this man who is like smuggling, they think he's like smuggling genetics. I don't know if that's how you say it, but he's doing something where he's like not supposed to be doing. And so Logan goes to this house. They basically, how do you say it?
They follow up on like a lead the guy gives him.
Yeah, and he goes to this house and Logan gets attacked, and he I'm trying to see what I can say without giving away this thing.
He gets inadvertently gets embedded with a genetic code that causes his whole genealogy to upgrade.
Him. So if y'all ever seen the movie,
Asia. I just want
if y'all ever seen the movie Limitless? Have you ever seen Limitless?
Oh, so yeah,
it's
I've
basically
seen
NZT.
a trailer.
It's NZT, but which somebody told me that ain't nothing but Adderall. But I was like, it's basically the NZT, but it's like embedded in his DNA. Yeah. So like it just upgrades you, makes you like everything faster, smarter, like everything you were, but like better, basically. So it follows him.
She's struggling.
No, because I don't know what I can say. So he's trying to like basically see if he can like save the world with this upgrade, but he's like kind of going back and forth because he doesn't agree that, you know, the upgrade is going to save everyone. Like that, it's kind of like takes away some of like your human capabilities, and he's kind of plays with the task of like, do I upgrade everyone and like, you know, save the world, or is that even up to me? Whatever. And then there's some things in between that he has to deal with. And I liked it. I really loved the book. I feel like we should do like a book review because obviously that synopsis wasn't given what I was supposed to give.
It was.
But I really love the book. I feel like Blake Crouch has not missed yet. With this is the third book I've read by him, and I loved it. It was good. It was emotional. It gave you all the feelings, and I think even though it was hard for me to explain just now, it was easier to follow than the first two books.
Really, you think so?
I think so. Mm-hmm. Because the other,
because the other ones is like parallel time. Yeah, it was because it's straightforward. It's more so like a consistent event.
Exactly. So it was easier to follow, and I think that it just made it more enjoyable to me. But yeah, I loved it. It was cool.
Okay. So I'm finalizing it. So I'll count it. But I'm enjoying it. You know, I've enjoyed it. Like you said, I didn't really think about it being a little bit easier to follow, but I guess that's true because yes, he was playing around more so in his two other books with time space, continuum, where this is like genes. But I just love how he just, I don't know where he gets his motivation from, but I just love how he creates these whole alternative events for us that could happen, you know, in some ways. Probably not dark matter or whatnot, but I can see something like recursion happening, and I can see something like this happening, you know, people messing with genes so much so that it becomes outlawed. So yeah, I like the overall story so far. Like I said, I'm finalizing it, so if anything changes, I'll update you all. But I'll agree, he hasn't missed yet.
Yeah,
we like it,
and you guys will like it too.
All right, so that's pretty much it. Let's talk about what we're reading for this month. I feel like I got good books for this month. I feel like it's about to be October. You know, September is October Eve. So, you know, why not let the occasion match the books? So, how many books you got?
I'm gonna mention 3 in a possible.
Okay,
but
let's
so we'll see.
Okay, so I'll start. So I'm gonna try to do 5 books. I haven't been that successful lately. I have not. I admit that because I was supposed to do Wayward Son. It didn't happen.
What is that?
Rainbow Rowell.
Oh yeah.
But it didn't happen. So it's still on the list because I own the book. So, or do I own it?
Books that you own, girl, just put them to the side.
I don't even own it. I tried. I own Carry On, but it's on Scrib. It's on Scribed, whatever. So it's there. So first things first. Ooh, I got the book. Should I get my not spooky books out the way? Okay, not suspense, not spooky. So this became available. This is not suspense or anything, I don't think. I think it's historical fiction. But this is Iverson's Rules for Commuting. I saw this on like a must-read list. Not a must-read list. It was on a must-read list, but it was also suggested for you list. I think because I read Black Cake. I think it was suggested for me. But I think it's something similar to like the Green Book. But am I lying? Everyday Iona. Either way, you don't know the Green Book? Where it tell black folks where they can stop at night. You saw the movie.
I'm so mad. That movie had so much controversy, but I enjoyed it.
I might have just made that up because this don't look like no unsafe locations for black folks. Let's see, she white too, so I made that up. But so never mind. I have no idea what it's about, but we'll find out.
All right. This is cute cover.
I know.
And yellow. All right, I got a book too, a physical one. So next, the book that I'm gonna read for this month is a sequel to the book. Wait, what's it called? The Book Woman of Troublesome Creek. I mentioned it last month that I read. Well, not last month, but it was before August. So yeah, I read the first one. And now I'm going to read The Book Woman's Daughter. She had a daughter, y'all. So
really?
So I need to see. And for some reason, the audio book is not becoming available. It's taking forever, but I got the physical book really fast. So yeah.
Okay. I forgot what 5th book I told you I was going to read.
Honey and Spice?
No, that's on there. So I am gonna read Honey and Spice by Babalola. She keep telling me to read it, and honestly, I bought a book by them earlier in the year that I didn't realize it was the same author. It's the one with the short stories. Colors live in colors. Colors love is in color. Love in color. Look it up, you'll know. But I'll plan to do Honey and Spice. She just talked about it.
Okay, so next on my list is Reese Witherspoon Book Club.
Oh, you gotta say that.
Yeah, sponsor us. No, I'm just kidding. All right, and this is Wrong Place, Wrong Time by Gillian McAllister. I'm not sure what it's about. I feel like it's a thriller.
Yeah, it look like Wrong Place, Wrong Time.
Yeah,
I would think so.
So yeah, that's on my list here, and it is a suspense thriller. But you know, I need to get back into it. I've been reading so much romance that let me pull it back.
Pull it back, girl.
I
get
know.
to your roots.
Like, who am I?
Like, you're getting too happy. Like, let's get a little fear in our life. So I'll also be reading Wrong Place, Wrong Time, because she's begged me. But another one that I ended up getting early that I was happy about because it said it was going to take forever, and I've been seeing this one everywhere. That's Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow by Gabrielle. I'm not sure. Zevin. I don't know what it's about. It's like, I think is it video game? I just be guessing. Oh, we should do like a I think gun books and powder. I think that's their name. I'm sorry if I messed it up. They did like a guess the cover, like they looked at the cover, tried to guess what the book was about.
Oh, that'd be cute.
Yeah, maybe we should do that. We'll see. All right, but I'm reading that.
Okay, so next on my list is it's Black Cake by Charmaine Wilkerson. I just finished it and it's September, so I'm counting it for September. And yeah, Kristen has talked about it loads of times. If you guys want a book review, that's not, since we both read it now at this point, we can talk about it. So yeah, that is Black Cake by Charmaine Wilkerson. Spoiler alert, I enjoyed it.
Girl. Okay, so I forgot what I told Asia I was gonna read this book number 4 because I got 1, 2, 3.
Those are my 3 for sure, but I'm gonna mention a possible.
I can't remember the other one, so if I switch it up, that's okay. I guess before getting back to finishing up the Akata Witch series, I'm going to go ahead and read the 3rd, I believe it's the final installment, Akata Woman by Nindi Okorafor. I read the 2nd one, I think, earlier this year in preparation for the 3rd one coming out, and I just didn't get the 3rd one available. I got it, but it was on ebook, and I can't handle that right now. I said I was going to challenge myself this month, or next month rather, to read a book physically again, but once you get hooked on them audiobooks, it's hard.
It's hard. It's so hard to read.
But I am going to complete the series with that one.
Okay, so my possible, let's say I was going to do 3 and a possible. It's going to be, what?
That?
Okay, so, yeah, that might be my 4th possible, but I doubt it'll be ready this month. But that's Us Against You by Frederick Bachman, because this is the 2nd installment in
Beartown,
the series, the Beartown, and I read Beartown, and then he has the 3rd one coming out. So Kristen's like, you gotta read Us Against You first. So put that on hold, and it should be ready in a few weeks. So definitely want to try to get that in this month.
All right, the last book I will be reading is A Good Girl's Guide to Murder.
I've seen that.
Right, I've seen it too. That's why I put it on hold, by Holly Jackson. That's literally why I put it on hold, because I don't know what it's about, but it seems like my type of book. I mean, A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, why not? So, like I said, not full spooky, but inching close to that October month. So that's pretty much it. All right, so let us know any thoughts you have on any of the books we mentioned here today. Like this video, subscribe, ring the bell, and we'll be back next time. Bye.